now we're going to look at one more demo, and that is actually using ChatGPT, or you could use a similar AI tool to help save you some time when it comes to Marketing Cloud. This allows you to refine your approach, to ask questions to an AI, to get information that can largely help you with Marketing Cloud. So this looks familiar. This, again, is my local instance of ChatGPT. I'm using an API key here because ChatGPT, OpenAI, has indicated that if you use an API key, they're not going to use your data in some other model for somebody else, so it is more private. This would also allow me to add any additional articles or information that I had and take that into account for the responses that I get from the AI. And it really allows you more flexibility to have something that's custom tailored to you. Now, I haven't done a lot of that here. I've really just kind of changed the UI, but it is something that you can expand and customize for your organization. So with the AI here, I'm going to start looking at ways I can use this to write Marketing Cloud code. So complicated server-side JavaScript, SQL, all of that good stuff. And we're going to look really briefly at how you can use it to generate content for your organization, for your emails, for your journeys, all of that good stuff. So let's start by asking it to write some server-side JavaScript. Actually, first I'm going to ask. I'm going to have a short conversation with this. So, hi AI, how are you? It doesn't have feelings. Okay. Well, I'm going to jump right in. It's all business today. I'm going to ask it to write some server-side JavaScript. So that's one of the languages that Marketing Cloud supports that creates a data extension, so a database table behind the scenes. If I was going to do this manually, I'd have to go in and click through a bunch of screens. Not super difficult, but definitely something that can be time-consuming. But I'm going to ask the AI to create some server-side JavaScript that if I cut and pasted this, I think I'm going to move this over just a little bit here. If I cut and pasted this into a cloud page or a script activity in Automation Studio, it would create that data extension. And it looks like it did a pretty good job here. Remember, AI is not perfect. You're going to have to test this, make sure it works. I would say about 80% of the time with this particular model, when I put in a request, it works for the most part. So you can see this is code that would create the data extension. Sometimes all the prompts that I have here, these are pre-designed, but the AI will give me different responses each time. The next prompt I have here is asking it to add comments to the code. You can see in this case, it already did. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I wouldn't have to do that. But let's see if it can tell me what someone else's code is doing. So I'm going to copy and paste this here. For anybody familiar with AmpScript, which is another programming language within Marketing Cloud, see if you can tell me what this does. Maybe it looks familiar, maybe it doesn't. I'm going to just ask, what is this code doing? And we'll see. There we go. It nailed it. It says this is basically code from a custom preference center, and it's outlining what each different section of this code is doing. I could also add, hey, add inline comments to this so someone else can understand what this is reading, and the tool would understand that as well. Now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to ask for a SQL query before we wrap up our code example here. Because as you know, you either love SQL or you don't, and you try to ignore it. But everybody within Marketing Cloud, or lots of people within Marketing Cloud, maybe have to have some familiarity with it. I'm going to ask for something pretty complicated here. This is a data extension to get the last time of engagement for every subscriber within the system, the sends, opens, clicks, most recent bounce, and also the job ID of the last email they're sent. Let's see if the AI can figure this out. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now I'm no, That's maybe not the best solution for Marketing Cloud. That's something we'd want to revise. I'm no SQL whiz, but this is a pretty quick way to get some code that is either going to work or mostly going to work that would have probably taken me, I don't know, 30 minutes if I was going to sit down and do this manually. Again, I'd probably have some prompts and ask it to limit this to just a single select statement if we're going to go through some other examples here. But in this case, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to look at how we can now use this AI, not only for code, but for content, because that's really what you start to think about using AI for with ChatGPT and other things. It's generative AI, so it's generating different content. In this case, I'm going to ask about 5 journeys that Plate of Bank could build to attract new customers. Pretty generic, but a brainstorming session that you may have in one of your weekly team meetings, and is going through, it's suggesting a few things for me. Onboarding journey, product education journey, again, really quick. I'm going to refine one of these. Oh, I like this personal finance journey that it has. So it gives me an explanation of it. I'm going to ask it to tell me some emails that could be included in the above personal finance journey. Let's see what it does. So this is starting to build out the journey for me and telling me different messages that I might have. Gives me a head start. It's not writing the full content, but it gives me a really great overview, and it does this quickly. So you can see it's suggested 6 emails, 7 emails, 8 emails, 9. Oh, that's a lot of emails. I maybe should have limited it. So I can say if I only wanted 5 emails, which would you pick? And then it's going to reduce that there. So again, that's ChatGPT. This could be any AI model that you are running locally.